season was done, and then he said, I want to go there.
And I think that's an example of an elite guy that you have to be able to go out and attract to your program. And that's exactly what they were able to do with him. This kid is unbelievable. You talk about people, the knock on him could be his height, but what he doesn't have in height, it's aggressiveness, his ability to make plays on the football, really has great hips, can turn and run exactly what you want out of a corner. I think he's going to be able to step in and be able to compete immediately, add some real depth, particularly covering the slot receivers if they need to.
Fred Hampton, defensive tackle, 6'3", 300 pounds, just moves really well. Four-star guy. Here you see him, he's playing on the offensive side. You can see he's playing a tackle eligible. They throw him the ball. They don't throw you the ball if you're 300 pounds unless you can run. I mean, that's always a good thing to know. But again, he's a defensive lineman. They're finally balanced in this class. It took a little bit of time to get balanced offensive and defensive line. This guy is really something. He was recruited, as we say, by the world. He could have gone anywhere he wanted and played anywhere he wanted.
C.J. Thorpe is, to me, one of those guys you love to watch play the game. He's a big man, over 300 pounds, but really is quick, agile, and is going to be a finisher. Wants to finish. One of those guys that I talk about playing snap to whistle. He's got to continue to get better as far as technique is concerned, but he's a guy that looks like he's going to be ready to compete at a high level and really add depth at the offensive line position.
Wide receiver K.J. Hamler, they call him the human joystick.
Ooh, yes, he is.
He very quick, shifty, elusive guy. If he hadn't hurt his ACL as a senior, I think you'd hear more buzz about him coming in right now. Not the biggest guy, and he had some offers from some schools that play in a spread. Oregon, Arizona, etc. Had an offer from closer to home at Michigan State, where he's originally from in Orchard Lake. So for Penn State to get this kid, I thought it was a tremendous recruiting job by them. And I think, like we said earlier, part of that was the success they had on the field this year.
Cameron Sullivan-Brown, wide receiver. You're going to see him here. Great contact. He's playing defense in this clip, but he's projected as a wide receiver. Here he is at the bottom of the screen. 6'1", has great range. Jailbreak screen, does a great job after the catch. Good acceleration, good speed. Watch this here. He's on defense again. He's going to trail the play, keep the ball inside and in front, really understands the game. If you're going to play him at wide receiver and he understands secondary play, that really helps. Here he is at wide receiver. Great job getting release off the ball. Great job tracking the ball and catching the ball. Really good player.
So here's what Penn State did, and you see how drastically focused they are on the East Coast. Everyone came on this side of the Mississippi River to Penn State. And one more note on this, Howard, I believe it was you mentioned C.J. Thorpe. So his dad, Chris, was a running back in the 1990s, and C.J. is an uber recruit. He's a top 100 guy according to multiple